So I'm trying to think of like how like I see like my perspective on like rock climbing holes. Um, like like I don't know how people read them or how they see walls or it's just a wall of rocks and that stuff. I mean, but it's weird. It's like I see like every rock or every climb kind of describes your personality and like what you've went through. Um, it's funny because when I went to like the main city one in Burque, like you can read the walls and like I went to the kids side and I thought was funny is like it's funny because I think that was probably the coolest side because I had this one wall called the shitter wall and then they got rid of it finally. But it was I called it the shitter wall because there's this one part where you had to cross your legs and you were like you I don't know how to describe it but you're in this position where basically it messes up your bowels, man. You can't control it and so you will crap yourself if you like so use the bathroom before you go on that one. Make sure your stomach's okay. And then I called the other one the native wall. And this was so messed up why I called it the native wall. But it was like a billy goat wall where you climb up that stuff. So if it was like technically a chingon wall, which is kind of messed up, right? It was like the Mexican native wall. And the reason why I called it the native wall because it was purple rocks that had like it was hieroglyphic, yeah, rocks and that stuff. So they kind of looked like so as racist as it was, and it's funny because a couple days after, like it was crazy because it took me a week to finally complete it. But when I finally did, like climbing up and down, they finally took it all down, dude. I guess it was because it was racist, but it's funny. Nobody said anything. Nobody said it was the native wall. Nobody said that was the shitter wall. Shitter wall was there for a long time, man. I'm surprised they got they got rid of it, but I only got like maybe 3/4 of that one, man. Man, I wish I'd completed. That was such a cool one. Like when I got to the part where I had it cross and I had it jump up and like grab, I was like, bro, that felt so cool. But now, dude, I feel all like because I gained a lot of weight, man. So I'm not gonna talk about why, but I think if let's just say like yeah, maybe one day you'll know, maybe you do know. Who cares? Mind your own fucking business. But anyways, what I also liked about reading rocks is like it tells stories. Like I was also on the kids side, and you can tell like they have this rock wall, and it's like this is the booby toucher. This is the man. This is the kid who likes boobies like that. So it's like that's the funny shit, and it's funny because at the top in that shit, dude, there's this one mega jump where you have to jump all the way to the top and that shit. So it's kind of like hard course and that stuff to do and that shit. And then there's the stripper course, which is funny because like if you're a family like that was grew up with like strippers and shit, dude, you can tell which one's the stripper wall and that shit, and it's funnier as shit because like it's all hard to climb and that shit. I was like, that's funny crap, dude. Um, you can tell which one's the monkey wall. And then there's also another one. Where are some cool ones? I don't know, dude. It's weird because like when I read walls, it's like I don't know, they just like it tells its own story. And obviously someone put the rocks there, but it has like its own story and it tells its own path and just like reading the rocks, the walls and that stuff, and it feels you I don't know, it's like you gain knowledge. Probably, I mean, I don't know if it's like cuz this is what I think. This is totally outside the like rock climbing shit, but like um I guess it has to do with like psychic ability or some shit or adaptation or like whatever you touch, you sense or like you bring the presence and the vibe back. But basically, because you're touching rocks that other people touch and that stuff, so basically you're gonna contain their sweat, you're gonna contain their shit, and basically you're gonna end up like that stuff. So you might end up gaining a little bit less like you're more immune to shit and that stuff because you're more used to like disease and that stuff. Because you're going around like you're gonna be with filthy people. You really think people wash their hands when they go to climb rocks? Fuck no, bro. So yeah, dude. I'm surprised like blood's not really that big of an issue over but like I'm just being a pussy. But yeah, man, I was like, dang. But I don't know if it's something to worry about. Like I mean, there's like it's rarely happens on shit. Which I'm surprised. I mean, I don't know why that's even on my head, but I just don't like blood, dude. I hate blood. I don't like people, dude. I just don't because I don't trust people, bro. People will fuck your day up, dude, and like you had nothing to do with shit, dude. Like so, I don't like people, bro. Like I don't care if like what you think. I don't like people. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't like people. Like I said, people do cool things. Maybe they do cool things like say you're SOL and like all of a sudden like you need help and like all of a sudden somebody's there to help. I respect those people, but I fucking hate people, bro. Like I get it, we all have those moments where we're like, we can be the hero or some shit, but let's be honest, dude. We're all fucked up, dude. And honestly, I think we're more evil than good. Cause honestly, dude, like with this world, dude, and honestly, it's overpopulated, dude, and then people have kids, dude, and honestly, people shouldn't even have kids because like they can't even take care of themselves, dude. So it's all like I really don't understand like Disney, bro. But that's just my opinion, man. I'm gonna actually make a video about this real soon, so I'm gonna pause it and start the next video because I do want to rant about this, just personal.